Let me ruin the New Testament for you. It all begins with a teenage girl named Mary, minding her own business when an angel bursts in saying, "Surprise, you're pregnant! Don't worry, it's God's baby." Her fiancé panics, so another angel shows up for damage control. "Relax, she's still a virgin. This is all part of the plan." So Joseph agrees to raise God's cosmic kid, and they head to Bethlehem, where Mary gives birth in a barn under a wandering star. Wait. That's not how this actually started. The Christmas story wasn't written until around 80 CE, long after everyone involved was dead. In first century Judea, prophets were everywhere, healing the sick, casting out demons, and warning that God's kingdom was about to crush Rome. Jewish sects filled the desert, the Essenes obsessed with purity and angels, the Zealots dreaming of revolt, and the Therapeutae mystics blending Jewish scripture with Greek philosophy and Persian ideas about light, darkness, and resurrection. Rome didn't care who you worshipped. Just pay taxes and don't start revolutions. But prophets shouting about new kingdoms sounded like rebellion. There was Judas the Galilean, who led a tax revolt and wound up crucified. Anthroges, a shepherd king who died fighting Rome. Therapeutae, who promised to part the Jordan and lost his head instead. And the Egyptian prophet who led thousands to bring down Jerusalem's wall until Roman troops slaughtered them. Most historians agree among these doomed preachers was probably a man named Jesus, executed around 30 CE for stirring unrest. There's no proof, just probability. Then, around Jesus' death, his brother James quietly leads a small group in Jerusalem, still following Jewish law and waiting for the apocalypse. Other followers scattered to Damascus and Antioch, each with their own version of events. Then comes Paul, a man who never met Jesus, but claims he saw him in a blinding vision. Around 50 CE, he starts writing letters to tiny house churches, promising salvation and an imminent end of the world. Between the doomsday updates, he adds rules. Women, stay quiet. Slaves, obey. And if you can't control yourself, fine, get married. Around 70 CE, after Jerusalem is destroyed, an anonymous writer finally gives Jesus a biography, Mark. Jesus heals people, commands storms, drives a demon named Legion into 2,000 pigs that drown. He warns the end is near and then dies abandoned. It ends abruptly, an empty tomb and terrified women running away. Around 80 CE comes Matthew, copying Mark but adding flair, a virgin birth because every good son of God needs one, a guiding star from Persian prophecy, and a jealous king slaughtering babies. He describes John the Baptist as a wild prophet wearing camel hair who eats locusts and honey, basically Elijah's stand-in to fulfill prophecy from the Old Testament. John baptized people in the Jordan, a ritual already used by the Essenes, a Jewish sect living near the Dead Sea, and mystery cults to wash away sin before judgment. Then when Jesus dies, the earth shakes, the temple curtain rips, and many saints rise from their graves. For some reason, no one else in history ever mentions the zombie parade. Next comes Luke, also written in Greek around 90 CE. He adds shepherds, angels, and feel-good parables. After the crucifixion, Jesus reappears, eats fish to prove he's real, and floats back into the clouds. The same author writes Acts, where the apostles speak every language and kill donors who lie about their tithes. Paul causes earthquakes with prayer, brings back a man from the dead after he fell out a window during one of his long, boring sermons, and survives snake bites while half the empire riots around him. By the end of the century comes John. Jesus isn't a wandering preacher anymore. He's the divine force behind creation itself, speaking in riddles about light and truth. He turns water into wine and walks on water just like Dionysus. And we can't forget about Revelation, written around 95 CE by a prophet named John, exiled at Patmos. It's an anti-Roman protest coded as apocalypse. Dragons, plagues, a blood-soaked Christ on a white horse with a sword in his mouth. And the beast with 666? That's not Satan, it's Emperor Nero, hidden in numerology. Meanwhile, other gospels floated around. Thomas is just 114 cryptic quotes. Mary has Mary Magdalene teaching while men argue whether women can learn. Peter features a talking cross and a giant Jesus whose head touches the sky. Philip claims Jesus kissed Mary often, while the church insisted, who was definitely symbolic. Every group had its own Jesus, philosopher, ghost, giant, a boyfriend, until the church finally said 27 books, we're done, final edit. But maybe 10% of the New Testament is good advice. The rest is apocalypse, argument, and a blend of ancient mythology written by people who never met Jesus and never even lived where he did. And that's not blasphemy, that's history.